Welcome to today's 5-minute Bible study in the book of the Exodus. We're still in Exodus chapter 20, looking at the 10 Commandments. Today we come to the 5th commandment, which is in Exodus 20, verse 12. Honor your father and your mother, so that you may live long in the land that the Lord your God is giving you. Honor your father and your mother. As soon as we read the 5th commandment, we realize that we have entered into the second division of the 10 words or the 10 commands. It's easy for us to see that they are divided into two sections. The first section is commandments 1 through 4, and the second section is commandments 5 through 10. The first 4 commandments deal with our relationship with God. Having no other gods, making no idols, not misusing the name of God, remembering the Sabbath day, what God has done for us. And then the second division, the final 6, deal with our relationship with others, with one another. Honoring your father and mother. Do not kill, do not commit adultery, do not steal, do not give false testimony, do not covet. So it's clear the commandments move in this pattern of our relationship with God first, and then our relationship with one another. Now, Jesus reflects this pattern in the New Testament. You remember that when he was in Jerusalem, just a few days before his crucifixion, one of the Pharisees in Matthew chapter 22 asked Jesus a question. He says, "Teacher, what is the greatest commandment in the law? What's the most important?" You know what Jesus said? He said, "Love the Lord your God with all of your heart, with all of your soul, with all of your mind." That's the first. That's the greatest command. The second is like unto it. Love your neighbor as yourself. All the law and all the prophets hang on these 2 commands. So see how Jesus followed that same twofold pattern. First, love God. That's reflected in the first 4. Having no other gods, making no idols, not misusing his name, remembering the Sabbath. Love God. And then the second that follows from it is love your neighbor. Honoring your father and mother, not committing adultery, no murder, no stealing, etc. So I see Jesus reflected this twofold division of the commands in a concise statement of loving God and then loving each other. Now we understand the pattern quite well, although it goes against the cultural grain of the world. Worldly wisdom says the 2 divisions should be reversed. Worldly wisdom says, well, first we need to love each other, and then after that we'll love God. But the Bible understands quite clearly, it's only when we are in right relationship with God that we are then able to be in right relationship with one another. It's only when we're devoted to God that we're able to truly be devoted to one another. It's only as we love God with all of our heart, soul, and strength that out of that love for him, we're able to love each other as we should. So the biblical understanding is absolutely correct. First is our relationship with God. And then the fruit of that relationship is shown in our loving each other. So love God with all of your heart first, Jesus said, the first 4 commandments. And then the second 6 are love your neighbor as yourself. We understand that quite well, do we not? Now, in the second division, this idea of loving each other, it starts with the family. Honor your father and your mother. So the first of the second division, which is the 5th commandment, deals with the family structure. For society to be as it should be, for society to be well-grounded and well-founded, we must have stable homes. We need fathers and mothers who love their children and bring them up in the fear and admonition of the Lord, and children should honor and respect their parents. When the family structure is strong, that lays the foundation for all of society. However, when the family structure begins to crumble, then all of society begins to crumble. That's why this command is connected with a promise. Honor your father and mother, and you will live long in the land God has given you. When you enter into the promised land, God promised the Israelites, as the family structure is strong, so the society will be strong. You will endure in the land I give you. But if the families forget God, society will tend to forget God as well. So as we hear this command, we understand how important the families are. How important it is for fathers and mothers to be godly examples for their children. How important it is for children to respect and honor their parents and to follow their teaching. And in these godly homes, a godly society is established. And so we see the fifth commandment, which is the first of the second division. Honor your father and your mother. If you do so, life will be good. Amen and amen. Hope you have a great day today, and I'll see you next time for our 5-minute Bible study in the book of the Exodus.